This is the MathShare update version 1.2 released on May 31st, 2020. These are the highlights of the many things that were released for version 1.2, and I'll demonstrate a number of them for you. But first we're going to go through our list. So we have about 7 key areas or kind of highlights of them. So the first is that students can now see which problem sets they've completed in their dashboard. And I have this already set up. So here's a student account, and you can see right here for each problem it says how many, or to the right of the problem it says how many have been completed, and then if they've all been completed, then it gives them a visual indicator of a little check box that also tells you how many they have. Now the way that it gets marked whether or not if they've completed it is that when the student is opening up a problem, if they've added in a step and they select finish, if the student has selected finish or clicked finish on each of the different problems, it will then identify as being finished. Because again, MathShare is designed to be open and allows students kind of work at their own pace and solve problems the way that works best for them and the way that they've been instructed. So now that problem has been marked as finished. And so this is a really helpful thing for students as they're going through. The next is that there is now a previous and a next problem buttons at the bottom of each of the problems, or within a problem set. So again, if I open up this one, you might have seen this before. Students can go from the previous problem to the next problem by selecting one of these buttons down at the bottom next to where the finish is. And this helps them easily cycle through the different problems, figure out which ones they haven't done yet, or move on to another problem without having to go back to all of the problems in the set. We added in an other role when users first sign up. Previously we had just students and educators, and now this other role is designed for parents and tutors and other people that will be supporting students outside of the classroom, especially as we do more and more with this distance learning. And the benefit here is that by selecting other, we can then we're sending out kind of more tailored and personalized messaging and support materials for those types of users. On the educator side, we added the ability to archive problem sets. Some teachers are creating a lot of problem sets already, and so what's helpful here is that then you can archive these. So let's say if this one right here, I didn't want this, I can then select the more options button on the right, archive, and now that problem set will kind of disappear from your dashboard. But you can always select archived sets button at the bottom, and now see a full list of all your problem sets you've archived. And you can always bring them back by again selecting the more options ellipses on the right side and then restore, and that will then put that problem set back in your dashboard. Users are now being asked to sign in if they aren't already. This is focused a lot on students as well as new teachers new to MathShare, because signing in, there's a lot of great benefits, and we added some additional information there too about why signing in is great. You don't have to, but it's helpful because then your saves are automatically kind of added there in one place. Now, one of the things that we did also add in is, let's say if you aren't signed in. So I'm actually going to sign out. And so we now see this link of benefits of signing in, which will take you to a Help Center article. But also, if you end up opening up a problem set, now you can see of where this little modal pops up, this box pops up saying, hey, like you should sign in, because then it's going to be able to help you save your work, but you can continue without signing in. Now, if you choose not to sign in, we added in this very helpful information and link, because when you don't sign in, your work will be saved, but if you don't save a link to your work, you really don't have a way in coming back because MathShare doesn't track who you are. So for users that choose not to sign in or they can't sign in, they can then follow these instructions and copy a link to their work and then paste that someplace like in another notebook somewhere, or bookmark it, and then they can come back to it later on to complete their work. So those are all the different changes that, the very last thing there, I forgot about that, the getting started link. So up here at the top, there is a full help center within the help menu for MathShare, but we found that some users kind of just want something that's even faster. So if you select getting started, this gives you some very quick information on how to get started with MathShare, and so about creating problem sets and sharing problem sets, and these things all work for teachers and educators and students. So thank you very much. Let us know what you think of the update. Keep sending us the feedback and ideas and suggestions and questions. It has been fantastic seeing the community grow around MathShare.